Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawn Pourgol. I'm an osteopath and today I want to speak to you about how manual osteopaths can work abroad. I love traveling. My nickname is the Travelling Osteopath and I always teach my students to, before settling down permanently, to travel around the world and work as manual osteopath in another country. I have a lot of students who travel from Bermuda, Ireland, Singapore, Spain, Canada, US, and so many other places to work as manual osteopaths. I also follow that philosophy. I set up my first university in Madrid, Spain, because I love that country and I love Madrid. I wanted to go there often, and that was 2012. And in 2016, I set up National University of Medical Sciences in Naples, Florida, where I am right now. And this is the first manual osteopathy university in US. Again, I love this town, Naples, so I wanted to come here. So I set up the university here. And 2 years ago, in 2018, I went to Panama to set up National University of Medical Sciences there. In that university, we plan to teach only in a Spanish language, and I fell in love with that country. It has fresh air, organic food. The food tastes like how fruit and veggies should taste, and I have ocean in one side, mountain on the other side. I spend the weekends in Altos del Maria area on top of the mountain doing yoga and taekwondo. Imagine doing mountain pose on top of a mountain. The air, no pollution, no noise, and it's just amazing. Traveling is so good. Long time ago, before this was proven by research, I teach my students that money does buy happiness, especially when you buy experiences. And now this has been proven through research that when you buy experiences, it really makes you happy. So money is used to buy experiences, and travel is a great way to see the world, have fun, and see other cultures, try different food, and meet new people. It's just an amazing thing, and I recommend to all of you to do so. You can, as a manual osteopath, work in almost all countries of the world, but there are some, you have to be creative in some situation. You cannot just go there and work as a manual osteopath. It is not as simple as that, but once you find a way, it's really simple. First, before anything, obviously, you have to find out what you like. Do you like tropical weather? Do you like Mediterranean weather? Do you like to live in Latin America or Europe? You have to decide where you like. I love all of them. I've been to many countries in Europe and Latin America and Caribbean. They're all nice. Each one has some good things, some bad things, but they're all amazing places to be there. So after you find out where you want to live, then you have to decide, do you want to work there temporarily or permanently? Because that has a huge difference in your life. Do you want to set roots there? You know, you never know. I moved to Panama 2 years ago to set up the university, and I fall in love with the country. I applied for permanent residency. It cost me total of $3,700 because Panama has a golden visa for Canadians and Americans, and I think 45 other countries. And very fast, in 1 week, I got my permanent residency, so I can open business there. I can do any business I want. I can purchase property and so on. So you don't know. You might go. My goal was just to go there temporarily. I love Canada, and I still spend many months every year in Canada. But you know, like when you fall in love, you fall in love. You have no control over it. So that's the beauty of travel. So find about that. If you want to stay there permanently or temporary, because it differs how you practice manual osteopathy there. Okay. For example, and some countries do not give you the choice. For example, one of my students, Dr. Thomas Andrew, he is working in Bermuda, and he has one of my osteopathic chronic pain clinics of Canada branches in Bermuda. He's, by the way, very successful. He's charging $300 per hour of treatment. Bermuda is an amazing island. It's beautiful, just 2.5 hours flight from Canada, and it's just wonderful place to be. It's one of the cleanest countries I have seen in my life, and one of the wealthiest. But they don't give you a permanent residency. It's impossible. And to work there, you can only apply for work permit, which has to be renewed every year. So even if you want to live there permanently, you can't. It's on a year-by-year basis. So you have to consider that as well. But most countries, I have students who move to Ecuador, Costa Rica, and they easily can get a permanent residency. Another student from Germany moved to Panama, and she got permanent residency easy too. So it's not that hard. It's very easy once you decide what you want. So that's the main thing. What you want, permanent or temporary. Once you decide that makes you decide how you want to approach it. For example, if you want to move to Panama, which is very easy for you as a Canadian or American or European to get permanent residency, then obviously I recommend to you to get that and open your own clinic, because it's always you make more money working for yourself. However, if you cannot or you don't want to work for yourself, then you have to apply to some other clinic, to some other organization to hire you. In that case, you have to work as an employee, and for that you have to commit to a length of time to work for them, usually one year that you have to work for them. So but do not just live. So if you want to be an employee in another country, then you have to find an employer who hires you. Remember, there is not so much rehab clinics there. There might be some physiotherapy, rarely any chiropractic or massage therapy. Physiotherapy is the most common. Also as well medical clinics. So those are the places you have to look for jobs. But the thing is, most likely none of them know what is osteopathy. And you have to explain to them how osteopathy does amazing treatment for chronic pain, how we cure last resort cases, many of them, and we are the number one choice of patients for chronic pain in Canada. You have to educate them on what osteopathy can do for chronic pain. This way, you can also inform them that by hiring you, they separate themselves from their competitors, and they can offer better services to their clients and have extremely better businesses in their own country. And that is your job. You have to educate them. Otherwise, they don't know what is osteopathy. In other cases, I have some students who work in Caribbean resorts, on cruise ships, and those students, you cannot obviously speak about chronic pain whenever you approach a potential employer, because in that, when clients come there for a week or 2 weeks, they do not need to see you for chronic pain. It doesn't work like that. In those, you have to speak about osteopathy wellness protocols. You have to explain to them what is osteopathy wellness protocol and what benefit it has for them, for the patient. You have to tell them it's really highly pleasurable. It's a more fun. Patients love it more than even massage therapy. Whenever they get one session, they want to become for life, and you explain to them how beneficial it is that their resort or their cruise ship, when they offer these services, their clients can come more often to their spa, and you sell your services like that to them. You explain your services to them, because you have to educate them. You have to tell them, because applying if you do go there as a permanent resident and open your clinic, it's up to you. You hire a lawyer, get the PR, and that's it. But if you want a job as working for somebody as an employee, then means they have to get a work visa for you, and that is lengthy time processing work, and no employee wants to go through it if they can help it. But if they see a potential that they can make more money, they can offer better services, then that is something that they can do, and they will do for you. So you have to educate them greatly. Once you find the employer, you get a job offer, then you have to apply to the embassy of that country in your country, and then the employer also has to do some things on his part as well. It depends on the country. It might take from a month to 2-3 months to get the work visa. When you negotiate with the employer, remember many countries do not have as much of income as Canada or US, so they might offer you less, but in turn they offer something as a travel expenses for you or accommodation. Many of if you especially work in a resort or a cruise ship, they offer you free stay there, so you save about $1,000 or so per month on that, and that can help you a lot as well. A lot of them also give you free meals and vacation tickets to go back home once a year and so on. So do not be fixated so much on the income level, but more on the benefits you get. And remember, you're not going there necessarily for money. You need money to get paid for your services you provide and to survive and enjoy life, but you can make more money in your home country, of course. But you're going there for experience. You're going there for fun. It is really, really fun. My students who went to Ireland, they went to China and other places, they love it. They gain a lot of experience, and when they come, they're better people, more educated, and they simply have a lot of more fun. So the good thing about manual osteopathy is you can work anywhere in the world. But again, as I said, you have to follow the laws and regulations of the country you practice, obviously. For example, if you go to US, you cannot call yourself manual osteopath there or osteopath. Most countries you can call yourself osteopath, but not in US. In US and Canada, you cannot call yourself osteopath except in the province of Quebec, which is French-speaking Canada, and they are allowed to call osteopath. But elsewhere, in US, you call yourself osteopathic manual practitioner. In Canada, you can call yourself the same or manual osteopath. And for example, some countries, osteopathy is regulated, like England, UK, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Over there, our alumni, when they go there, they cannot say even osteopathic manual practitioner or manual osteopath. Over there, you have to call yourself different things like manual therapist or craniosacral therapist, or depending on what you have, rehab therapist or something. Each country is different. So find that. If you're one of my students, go to our private alumni group on Facebook and ask other alumni what they use and so on. You can work anywhere. It's just how you have to use the terminology, you have to use the title that you can practice. For example, in Canada, you cannot call yourself a doctor. It's against the law, because only chiropractors, naturopath, psychologists, optometrists and medical doctors, not naturopaths, sorry, medical doctors and dentists, they can call themselves 5 professions, can call themselves doctor. Naturopaths cannot. Podiatrists who are foot surgeons and they do surgery on the bones, they even cannot call themselves doctor. That doesn't mean they're not doctors. It's just there were less than 50 of them in all Canada, and they didn't see the worth of it to hire lawyers, public relations officers, to go to parliament, to approach lobby politicians and get the law changed. So you have to know what title you can use. Even if you have a doctor of osteopathy degree, you have to call yourself a manual osteopath or osteopathic manual practitioner, depending where you are. But in most countries, you can call yourself osteopath. So get to know the country you want to go, research it, find out what you want, full permanent or temporary. And then I recommend also you go to visit it and see the country firsthand, see how it is, and then if you like it, if you want to open your own clinic, get your permanent residency. If you like to work for somebody else, then find an employer. Again, do not limit yourself to what is typical employers for manual osteopaths. I have students who found jobs like I have a French student from France who found a job in Vietnam in a hospital. I have another student, he's Jordanian, and he got hired as an orthopedic surgeon in Dubai, but after he became an osteopath with us, they asked him not to do orthopedic surgery and instead to do osteopathy, because osteopathy does wonders in treating chronic pain. They can hire orthopedic surgeon easily from Arab countries or India for Dubai, but not so many osteopaths can be found that are good, that can provide treatment for chronic pain. And I have another student from Thailand. He has a branch in China, a branch of my clinic, Osteopathic Chronic Pain Clinics of Canada, and our branch is located inside a private hospital. It's the only private hospital in China, and he's working there, and we have a location there. We brought osteopathy to China. That's what we do. We expand osteopathy worldwide, and 3 of my students now expanded osteopathy to hospital in China, in Vietnam, and in Dubai, working inside hospitals. So don't just approach medical doctors or physiotherapists to see if you can work in their clinics. You can work in gyms, you can work in medical spas, in resorts, in cruise ships, and so many other locations that can be creative. See where your services, the chronic pain management, the pleasurable osteopathy wellness can be benefit to people, and then follow that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's lovely in Naples. I love this town. It's so beautiful. And until next time, have fun and take care. Bye.